Muy buenas a todos, como podéis ver nos encontramos aquí en Algarve, hemos venido a grabar la competición que se celebra aquí, las VR Battles, y uno de los jueces de esta competición es Viktor Kamenov. Un saludo.
Saludo, thanks a lot brother for the interview and it's a great pleasure to have me here in Faro.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters. And we ain't got nothing to hide, we move forward like soldiers. You better wake up for the pay stub or you'll pay up. Don't make love to the game, bruh, fuck the game up. Change up, rearrange stuff to your greatness. Famous for the way up, play the game, bruh.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
You know I'm always honest, there ain't no way I'm ever stopping.
I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
How are you, Victor? If you want to introduce yourself for the people who are lost in this world and don't know who you are.
Yeah, so first Viktor Kamenov from Bulgaria, 23 years old currently, and mainly known with static skills in the calisthenics community, let's say like this. So yeah, today I'm judging here the competition in Quarteira, and it's definitely really interesting for me to see the level.
The most of the people in calisthenics knows you as one of the best statics guy, specifically in plants and Maltese. How were your first experiences when you arrive at the competition and nobody knows who you are before?
Well, that's an interesting point, honestly, because so when nobody knows you and you're the only guy who knows what your capabilities are, you feel way more motivated, because it's like boom, you just go there and you show them what nobody actually is expecting from you. Wow. When everybody knows you, it's a little bit different, and like the expectations are way higher.
Yeah, you have more pressure.
Absolutely, I can say pressure, but let's say people expect from you always to be like in the top level, always to be doing the things that you do on your videos. But in fact, it's possible you just not to be in the best condition in the day. It happens, of course, but yeah, that's mainly the difference between like a beginner, let's say a strong beginner who is not known from the community, and like the old school guy who everybody knows for his skills.
From now, you are not competing in any places? I didn't see you in any competitions?
Well, recently not, like the recent 4 years actually. I'm not competing. Well, I can't say anything for the future, you know. I personally prefer saving all that goes for myself. That's one of the things I usually try to stick to. But yeah, I'm planning to be back. Like whether it will be a freestyle competition, probably not a freestyle competition. As I said before in other interviews, it's not my thing, let's say like this. It's not the thing that I feel comfortable that much, but you know, statics is my thing. So if I go back, it will be statics.
They are starting to make a lot of competitions of only statics movements. A few years ago it was not normal, because freestyle and superquad were all the complete full things mixed in combos, in combinations. But you can see now there are so many people like you that only train for static movements, and they are making a lot of competitions of static movement, of statics. No?
Yeah, that's a need actually, because we can see that, as you said recently, like the sport overall is growing. I mean, and also the different communities are also growing. If before the static community was small, right now it's way bigger.
Yes.
So they need their own type of competitions, and that's one of the reasons why we start seeing more and more this type of static competition that you say. And right now, with the life coming back to normal, without that COVID crisis, like let's hope for having more and more.
And that motivated you to start competing in a few years.
Well, I can't say that this motivated me that much. You know, usually the time is the thing that really motivates you. Like when you go sleep and you say, "Oh, the time is flying, man." Like I'm not like you say, the time is flying. You say, "I'm not 17 years old anymore." And that's the thing that actually motivates. I can say, not that much the COVID situation or whatever. Yeah.
When I met you first time was in Mallorca, and there we were talking, and you told me you were working as an architect at that moment, but now you are not.
Well, I can't say I'm working as, I'm still studying, so I'm still not graduated, but yeah, right now I'm not working as this as a job. Like everything I'm having from a living is actually from calisthenics. Even though it may sound different, even though it may sound strange for some people, it's actually happening. And it was like my goal, it was my dream, it's right now happening for real. As you can see, I'm traveling a lot. This year, 12 travels, 12 events like this one.
Me too.
Yeah, you too, actually. Yeah. So, as they say, the dream comes true. Like once you put a lot of effort, once you start visualizing, may sound like a cliche a lot, but it's actually happening. It's real.
It's a difficult step, I think, because you have your studies and you have your comfortable work.
Yeah.
But maybe it's not your passionating work.
Well, let's say it's the safe zone. That's almost 90% of the people, like the majority, go. The one that you just have a normal job. You earn money like every month, while the other things is totally volatile. I mean, every month is different. And it really depends on you, how active you are on social medias, how attentive you are in the competitions, for whatever, judging, competing, organizer, whatever. Yeah, so it's really variable depending on the month, depending on the exact time.
I will ask you about your last experiences in competitions, competing, because you are known as a great competitor. Okay. One is the best moment you remember in the last competitions, and then I will ask you for the worst, if it's possible to know.
Yeah, of course it's possible. Best one, Burning Gate 2017, where I got the first place. And also I can add to the best ones also Street Workout Ultimate Battles, even though I didn't win the battle against La Rosa. Like this was the point in which I actually get more famous, like really push me to another level. Yeah, and the worst I can say in Beijing, I used to be in the super final, where I actually missed one element, which was a key element, and probably if I got it, I could be in top 2 or maybe even better. Yeah. But of course, like this is life, risks, and this happens. It's totally normal.
About injuries, do you have any moment you get a very hard injury?
Yes. Well, the hardest injury was 2020, just after the COVID hit. I got an injury on my right shoulder. It took me like 4 months to recover, and it really went me into the situation. I was really thinking of how to continue, like for real. Maybe kind of dismotivated, like kind of thinking of, okay, sport is good, but you know, thinking about the plan B.
Yes.
As I told you. Yeah, but after that I started knowing how to heal more from this type of problems. I also had it again this summer, but since I knew already how to deal with it, I managed to get well way faster, and I also helped other people to get better from these hard situations, because most of the time we're really getting stressed. We don't know what to do, and we just stop with training, and it's getting harder and harder, and you get in one unending cycle in which you can't really continue. Yeah, and you need just somebody like not even a normal doctor, just to tell you like, okay, this is calisthenics. Like, we need to check out first to heal with movements and with a little sport practice, rather than just therapy and not training and medicine and pills and things like this. Because I went through that thing, it didn't help me, and I got even worse. I lose weight, I lose skill, but yeah, it's, as I said, things happen. It was the period that I was really not active. Like, I had 6 months in which I was really not active on Instagram, and that was this period. I was not complaining to anybody. I don't like complaining usually. You're asking me right now, and that's why I'm answering. But yeah.
Okay, about the skills, you are known for Maltese and full planche, as I said before. Do you have, because the planche and Maltese, we have a lot of kind of varieties, and you are known for, because you made always a crazy varieties of planches. Do you have one? One is the most you like?
I can't say, like, there are different variations. Maybe you mean that thing of a certain skill. Maybe the one of the Maltese that is the most favorite for me is the 5 fingers Maltese, because maybe one of the few that really makes it in all calisthenics, like that clean. Of course, I'm saying it with all the decency. And 2 fingers planche is also my favorite, because it may sound really crazy and it may look really crazy, but in fact, if you have prepared your fingers good, it's not that hard. Like, it's mainly finger strength, and everything else is totally normal as the real planche, as the normal planche.
Yes. How can you train the fingers just for planche?
It's not something that I can say like in one interview, but it's let's say just like all the other progressions, like gradual progressions. It's all about slowly increasing the strength, increasing the pressure. So firstly, you can start with the push-ups, normal push-ups. You can start even on a wall. There is no need to go on the ground directly. You can start on the wall. 5 fingers on the wall if you're that bad. 4, 3, 2. Then you go on the ground. Absolutely the same logic. Then you can change different grips, like 5, 2 fingers, 4, 2 fingers. It's all about like thinking. Like, I mean, there are so many ways of learning it.
Great.
Like, just thinking, set your goals, write your progressions, like the notes, and every training try to be better and better than the last training. That's the thing. Like, it's valid not only for finger planche, it's valid for all the calisthenics things. It's valid also for the things out of the calisthenics, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
Simple as that. No secrets though.
What do you think about the competition we had today here in Portugal?
Well, I can't still say a full opinion because we saw only the qualification round, but pretty good. I mean, it's the first time I'm here in Portugal, and I don't know what the level is. Like, pretty good. Like pretty good. You have complete athletes. What I can recommend is just concentrate more on the combos, because we saw so many guys not really doing a combos. For example, starting with the planche and walking, doing a front lever, then walking, doing a freestyle.
That's a thing that so many competitors made as a wrong thing from my point of view, because they are saying they are losing the battles, and they don't know why. The reason is they are moving all the time, losing time, not making skills.
Yes, that's what separates the pro from the normal athletes.
Yes.
Because, okay, they're losing time, but they're also resting.
Yes.
So he can be stronger into the single attempts, but of course it will be way harder for him if he needs to make them one after another. So it also shows, like, first how much endurance he has, and also shows the real strength, because he really has to rest a lot. And yeah, completeness. That's the most important part for this type of competitions, especially even the nationals that they told me that will happen like later this year. They're even more important for this part of the completeness, because they're like the qualification for the World Championships. This year they will be not in Moscow, but I think in Latvia, since the things that happened. Yes. So yeah, completeness overall. If we talk about not completeness, maybe we need to go on other competitions, but this this one especially today, the nationals, the world championships, we need the combinations
Yes.
and completeness.
For finishing this interview, okay? What are you going to do the next days, the next weeks? Do you have planned something?
Well, I don't have any certain plan. Recently I found that it's easier for me rather than having really strict, okay, today in the morning I do this, then I do this. It's way better for me to just go randomly, improvise. So tomorrow I'll be here in Faro. Again, just enjoy more because today is the competition, so I'm fully concentrated on the competition, on the interview,
Yes.
and on the lunch that we'll have just right after the interview, finally. Yeah, tomorrow I'll be here, just do some sightseeing, do some trainings. Maybe I'll go for the vlog, film some of the trainings, and after that I go to a bit more to the north, to Lisbon, where I'll do pretty much the same things, just sightseeing and enjoying, bro, enjoying. I'm here just for this week and want to get the maximum.
Okay, bro. Thank you for all.
It's a pleasure, man.
I hope to see you soon as possible in next competitions, in next events, or maybe outside an event, just for enjoy.
For sure, bro, for sure. I mean, you really make good quality moves, so I think almost every competition needs to have a guy like you. Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, that's why.
I'm so glad you think that about me.
Of course, it's like just a pure opinion, nothing else.
Okay, bro.
Nothing else. Okay, man.
Okay. Pues nada, chicos, hasta aquí con Kamenov. Nos veremos en los siguientes vídeos. Muchas gracias por todo.
See you till the next time.
Y ahora a comer. Now-
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing the train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect